Okay, welcome back. Now we'll be looking at one of the sample of the class assignment under Schedule 2, short-range devices. So, okay. Nampak? Nampak ah? Main thing, you have to check this one, make sure it's the latest new. Every time you read up. But as we go under your work instruction, you can see that document states that every 2 weeks, you look for any updates. All right. So when you look at this one, let's say schedule, SRD, the specification, you must look at the scope. Important to look at the scope. I will not go into the zoom in the technical details of it. Will be more of the general overview. What today is to enable us to start working on the application, then the PCS process. Betul tak? Okay. So this one will carry out separately for the other technical standard, right? What is the scope? What is the device is about? Okay, that is the nominal reference. We have to refer to what kind of technical codes or other standards. The requirements, okay, basically the SRD or any products should not cause interference to other authorized radio communication. If it causes interference to unauthorized radio communication and this fella come and complain to the authority, the fella will kena first. All right? Because who asked you to bring that product in, which is not authorized for this standing? Okay? All right? So SRD shall not be constructed with any external or readily accessible controls, which permits the adjustment to its operations in the manner that is inconsistent with this technical code. Maksudnya, you cannot simply tune punya. Okay? Later tune already, you can hear the 4 different band range of the 5 gigahertz punya. One is prohibited punya. You can tune. Then tak boleh. Okay? Then the SRD default setting shall be within the frequency range stipulated in the SRSPs and the class assignment. Okay? Whatever is within this one, given one. So what is SRSP? Is standard radio system plan. Okay? There is a plan, right? You can tell you like what kind of radio spectrum itu semua kan, even allocated. Okay, the frequency bandwidth ni lah. Alright. So, what are the conditions of this? The requirement includes power supply. Okay, most of the time these are power supply. If it's under the supply card and main plug on this, it should be under ST, Surat Tenaga Approval Certificate, right? And you can see all these are the supply card, which is within that. You must check them for this MS 2112, okay, PVC one, rather insulated, depending on what type. If it's main plug, it must be 30 amp fuse plug, and it must comply to these standards. MS 589, okay, or British standards 1363, because it's under Commonwealth, so most of the time we accept British standards lah. That's where we start the main reference point. And for example, MBA medical one, sometimes they refer to US atau Australia, Singapore pun ada. Alright, so depending on which are the things which we harmonize already. Okay, harmonize dia punya standards lah. Okay, that means kita pre-agree. Kita ada mutual recognition kan. Okay. Then atau 15A plug, kalau dia 15A ni dia mesti comply to MS 1577. Kalau lagi rendahnya 2.5 M nya, okay, is flat non-reliable two-port plug tu dia non-reliable, you tak boleh simply open. Apa pernah lah tengok orang buka sendiri tukar punya kabel dalam tu lah. Okay, actually not allowed punya lah. Because it's not fused, so they must in the factory already make sure it's comply to the standard already. You cannot simply open it. Unlike the 3-pin plug, you can change the fuse. Betul tak? Okay, normal man tak boleh ni. That's why dia tak boleh buka. Okay, faham lah? Then marking, which is important. SRD must be marked with this. Mesti ada supplier, manufacturer's brand, name or identification marking. Kalau ada logo tu Samsung ni, mesti ada Samsung logo. Kalau Apple, mesti Apple. Alright? Then must from there also, besides the brand name, must be ada model or what we call tag reference, which is tag approval lah. Okay? Other markings as required. Let's say here, Malaysia, mesti ada required is apa? Mesti logo lah. Kalau dia tak ada, that's why dia ambil dengan kita. Okay? But kalau dia ada CE marking, dia ada CE. Dia kata dia ada Jepun punya marking, dia pada JS. Okay? JIS lah. And because it is in Malaysia, we must make sure it's bahasa Melayu or English language. And it must be legible, indelible, cannot change it, and readily visible. Dengan mata kasar. Readily visible dengan mata kasar. That's why yang you update to SLP is where you check SLP. Okay? Right? And in terms of the box, you must have the brochure, physical box packaging, user manual, must have the customer help contact. Therefore, any supplier or distributor must have this customer contact, where to get help. Kalau rosak, because of the warranty. If not, they all come running to NCMC after the CAB, which approve them, right? They say, you are the one who approve that. This fellow don't have the contact one. Okay? And also, photo in technical report must be the same as box or document or media. Kalau ditunjuk ada 4 antenna, means kat kotak mesti ada 4 antenna. Okay, tak boleh kotak letak ada 5 antenna extra punya. Okay. So then, in terms of the safety, of course, we will learn that under ITE, as defined as technical requirements under safety of more of the ITE products, information technology equipment, as under safety is MS IEC 60950, okay, or 62368-1 or equivalent. Therefore, you tengoklah kalau non-directly connected punya ini tak payah. Kalau directly punya macam your home gateway, okay, router ini semua, modem to service provider ini semua kena. Faham tak? Faham tak? Including your mobile phone is considered as direct. Okay? Dia kena tu ITE. Faham tak? The rest ni punya not considered directly. Okay? Ni boleh hide. Therefore, it's written here because this is more the EMC juga lah, safety study ni. But under EMC juga mestilah directly or indirectly semua kena. So any product, even though dia tak payah ITE, tapi dia kena EMC. Okay, ini produk semua kena EMC. Faham tak? So under EMC is at CEN 301489-1. Okay, faham tak? Okay. Then the radio frequency is semua kena lah. Dia ada tentulah because we are doing the radio frequency ada komunikasi and multimedia kan. Right? So this one is a requirement. You depending lah as given in table 1. Then the marking, this one again, that's what we already explained. Okay. So in terms of the table 1, this is what we are looking at. What will be the under SRD? What will be the authorized frequency? If it's not within this frequency, then most of the time it's not under SRD. It's under most of the time it will be under the macam walkie-talkie to. Bukan short range ni, it's like this is short range. Kalau tak ada ni, most of the time it's like radio walkie-talkie, analog, okay, itu semua. Atau itu mobile phone, there's a different bandwidth lah. Yang tak termasuk dalam sini ada 900, ni lah 900, 1800, okay. Right, so you look at this, what is the spurious emission? It will be based on this one. Most of the time will be 330 here. Okay, 330. Betul tak? Okay, and this will be the application because different device type will be following different, but of course there's also specific schedule because to define other than the short range device radio communication is ISM, then they talk about what is the scope for ISM. So the details get more for the ISM atau medical implant. You have check that, right? Macam wireless microphone itu semua. So the main one will be just the scope, basically on the scope, right? Okay. So if we zoom in, this one, okay, will be more this one, what is the authorized frequency, look into it, especially this thing. Okay, this will be the parameter, this is the limit. Parameter ini semua. Then this is the limit. Okay, this is also the limit. 3 kHz. Okay. Kalau you tanya 199 boleh tak? Normally kita ada plus minus lah, berapa peratus tu. We check on that. Okay, because different, ini ada different class assignment, dia technical. Dia ada kan, range dia allow punya lah. Okay. Kak Aida sudah ajarkan, that one ada radio frequency. Ada, bukan dia ada tunjuk dan test report kan, ada additional kan. Okay, so this is the specification. Again, this is the same thing earlier on. This one you can get from Jikani. Once you have done one summary, especially on under SRD, what will be the frequency band, ERP, spurious transmission, additional ni lah kalau ada lah. Then what the test reference, what type of application, then dia punya remark. These are more for the technical standards too lah. Okay. So he has a few lah. Quite number lah. I think more the CA semua ada kat sini. Except for DDTV, I think he is 17 and 16. You check with him for that table lah. So if let's say you undergo like assessment, while you do assessment work or audited by people, don't worry, you can actually take time to check. You want to read individual punya technical code, that is the right way lah. But of course, you can mention for quick reference, you actually done a table like that for a quick check. Okay. This is class assignment. Yeah, I think you know already. This is how when you look at the Ranjaya, you can see it's all here. Okay. It's all here. Especially the latest one. The check maybe what is the latest one. Example, this one. This is the Ara Menteri 7 of 2020. Okay, ada ini different frequency lagi. I think we'll check on this also lah. Number 8, what is it about? Okay, pembatalan. I think one of the spectrum they already batal. Okay. And also, just now we mentioned guidelines. Please read up this one, wireless local area network, wireless LAN. Tapi this one is more for the 802.11 Wi-Fi standard. Okay, ini dia tak tulis AX lah. Suppose ni sudah ada AX already lah. Betul tak? Sehingga tengok ini sampai N kan dia guideline, but actual one sudah lebih. Okay, AC. So this is where like B is 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now it's called AX. For this specific, please check with Kak Aida. Okay, and we will carry out these talks during the technical RF. Right? What is the different why they use different one? Okay. And most of the channel size is 5 megahertz. Okay, within this bandwidth, they use like 5 megahertz punya slot. Kalau dia dalam 5 gigahertz ni, they use wider. That's why dia kata boleh accommodate more products, kan? Okay, simultaneously more product. So dia punya steady lah, dia punya data speed dia tak turun. Pasal dia masuk KPU guna sudah penuh, dia slow. Okay, so this one allows more lah. So untuk calculation EIRP, dia ada kasih lah dalam guideline tu. Okay, you can read it up because they will give you here. The like ERP, what is it? Power output, DPM, tolak ini, signal loss, campur dengan gain. Sometimes dia ada antenna gain extra ni kan. Okay, so ini kaedah tunjuk. Ada. Dia tak ada. Ada. Dia ada ajar ni kan. Pick this up if you don't know one, ask. Okay. So kalau untuk senang, pakai calculate dalam guide. Why I ask you the guide? Because dia ada sudah kasih kan. You check lah berapa tu. DPM berapa, then straight away you tahu already because they auto calculate for you already. Then dalam HMCB tu. Okay, you tak payah calculate macam tu. Dan saya semalam saya tak kasih you ni because ada exam question ada kan. Okay. Okay, but you don't understand by step cannot lah. You have to understand. Okay. Then interference in wireless LAN. Okay, most of the wireless LAN use 2.4, but nowadays we have 5 or so. Okay, interference can occur between 2 or more wireless LAN. This type of interference is called co-channel, adjacent channel. Dia tepi bersebelahan next to it. Okay, then it can cause interference. Okay. So if they use the same protocol, the interference can be managed within the network itself. Okay, same with this ISM, sometimes dia use also check. Tadi yang kata even though it's SRD, can be like Bluetooth, RFID dia ada sikit bertitik kan. Okay, because they're using the same one. So how to manage it? Therefore, because of this interference, therefore they deploy the new one. Bos kat sini congested, so many devices sending radio wave. Therefore, they actually ask us, kalau urban and industrial area now you use more of the 5 GHz. Okay. Then some of these products also using internet router bridging. Okay, to ease congestion, also use 5 GHz. Right. Okay. Access provider. Then fee payable, of course, everything, even for this untuk MCMC kan, kita kena pay fee. But kalau you use kat itu cafe itu semua, use the internet, free internet, ada wifi tak? Free wifi itu semua, kena bayar tak? Tak bayar ni. Because that is not the same like you're using mobile phone or the internet access service provider punya line. Because this is secondary. So kalau that one, because the main one sudah bayar mah, the cafe sudah bayar kan. So those secondary macam you go in out saja sekejap. Dia use kat cafe 1-2 jam. And then regulation 27 kata tak payah. Okay, alright. But it is mandatory to get the equipment, what we call access point or wireless modules in the communication devices to be operate within the allowable power limits, which is according to the SRD. Tadi ada maximum power output itu semua. According to the SRS, this is spectrum the allocation tu kan. Okay, that the class assignment issued. If kalau non-compliant under section 242, you kena fine not exceeding 100,000 or imprisonment not exceeding 2 years or to both. To both ni kebiasaan is you repeated, keep making the same mistake. Okay. Sometimes dia bawa alat yang boleh send signal to everywhere punya, can support many people, but the alat tu not approved by us. I mean, not approved by SMC lah. Okay. Okay, with that, okay, always look for the guideline, then the technical code, as well as the additional time to time one lah. Therefore, IT and accounting, right? Okay, this is the legal. This is the technical code, this is the technical standards, and the extra guidelines to fulfill this technical standard. Okay, it's the IPv certification, which we also conduct. So kindly participate in our this training. We offer this, right? So read this up. These are the compliance, the scope. We have it in the other training. And for the labs, testing and calibration, always look into the test reports that has ISO IEC 17025 accreditation. How to know that? You go and check, do a checklist, check the list for accredited lab. We have given this link in the quality manual. Ada tak? Okay, ada. Then the certification agreement sana pun ada. So the client cannot say, oh, I don't know. So if their products are not tested, let's say EMC or safety, please ask them to go to labs with this accreditation. Okay, and they can check it. Okay, if still they find that it's unlisted, because some other labs are latest one, okay, they can go to Departments of Standard near Malaysia near latest. They have the latest near list lah. Okay. So now we have come to the so-called, we need to undergo the hands-on application for the required bandwidth. Okay. Basically, we'll be looking at how the clients will fill up their information in the online. Well, just now we have given you a brief, like what are the documents you should look out for, what are the process flow. So the whole process flow too, you have actually read the TAC Doc 09, right? Okay, any question on that, later we can go through. You can point out to me. Okay, but now we are looking at, after you know all the documents, now we are going to go through how to apply. So most of the time, the client themselves, they are principal office. For example, here is like Huawei, right? Huawei will actually give them the information to the Malaysia side of the brochure. Like these are the brochure. Then get the list. They will actually send you a list or link. Where are the test reports? So they must give us a private access or public access. Betul tak? No, most time is private access lah. Because this is a confidential document. Okay, but some are published like FCC ones yang boleh diterima pakai, some of it yang boleh diterima pakai. They will actually send us these links lah in the FCC list. So what we do, if they provide us a link, we go and download it. Okay, and put into the proper folder. You create a folder. Let's say for this application, you put the folder name or the unique reference number to UID to. Okay, URN and UID to. Okay, so I've seen some, if you want to refer check, I've seen let's say as a client, they will actually go in there, they can see like FCC one quite complete. You have external photos, internal photos, label, location, where is it, label and label, location, user manual, quick start, manual, the reports, test setup photos. Test setup photos are dalam test report tadi dah device under test ni DUT tu, how they look like. Okay, then the Wi-Fi test report, this ni memang ada lah. And sometimes they have this confidentiality request letter. I mean, they request to us, cannot share the information to smooth. But most of the time, they do not need. Why? Because we really, in the agreement, we state that their information are P&C, will apply like that. Okay? External photos will be looking at the product itself lah. These are called external photo. Internal photo is shooting the inside one, those PCB board. Those one. Okay. So these are the example of the reports. They probably take and give to us. Okay. All you need to do is you just click and tengok lah. You can keluar the whole report. But most of the time, our compliance we have to check. Mostly will be follow European EN reports. So they are also, I'll share with you. It's in the help article. I put there help article, we'll go through that. All right, and make sure, example of the test report there, they will write that this laboratory has passed accreditation by who? Okay, CNAS. And what is this number? If you don't believe one, you can actually check with the DSM whether this one is betul tak. Okay, most time because our reference point is always DSM, you have to check DSM. If it's not one, like they say, some they register in China, but here they sudah tak ada. Tak ada international one, I don't know lah. So like Scotland, some they say Scotland lab. Yeah, China, some they already tak ada that facility, never go through accreditation anymore, tak ada renew. So we can check with the DSM, very time to time. Alright. Like this one, if they go to FCC, they need to tell them FCC registered already. Okay, what is the number? Right? You okay? So this one will be like, for example, if you see a test report, this is the normal content. What is the applied standard is the important one. What is the test location also important? That's the lab. Okay, then the test environment, because this is the requirement. Sometimes they say the testing must be in what weather, between what range, degree, sampai berapa. Like Malaysia here, then maybe condition it must be berapa suhu dia lah. Okay, sini tak ada below freezing kan. Overseas maybe the requirement the test set must have test in the different weather, the temperature, room temperature, right? Okay, so this is a general how the test report will look like. Okay, for example, this is EMC. First, we'll know that this is the product name. It's a router. Then what is the tech model? Then this is the report number you gotta put in. Form 2, okay, new tech approval and technical checklist 2. Checklist. This one must be within 5 tahun. Okay, we boleh terima. Then must see the result based on pass. If they give to you is like a temporary atau apa punya report, this is not a full report, then sini tak boleh. Okay, because you only test on certain parameters only, but we need them to test all. Betul tak? Okay, tadi kita sudah tengok kan. So we base that on the class assignment. Tengok tak betul tak this frequency is being tested. Okay, then tengok dia punya condition. Condition ni, parameter ni versus dia punya test report ni ada buat tak? Okay, and when we submit in, can you open just no lah. So you check the online, you will see the form tu ada kan normal. Package, parallel by comparison. Know the difference, right? You can have gone through with your okay, then you check what is the class assignment. Ni expert ni. Check kan? So which one they need to put in? Okay. First thing first, look into the product punya frequency. That's the easiest to recognize. Okay. Then tengok dia punya specification is for what lah. Okay, under technical list, then dia ada the apa tu? Technical specification, dia punya mana technical code dia lah. Okay. Dan wireless router. Then yang correct kan dia guna tali ni kan. Dia guna inilah. Dia guna ini. Okay. Then dia put inside here. Okay, correct category. Then they will actually have to, this one they have to provide the information lah. So you check dia punya data sheet, technical sheet atau dia punya brochure. They will actually put in that category, they write the general information. Because this is the category and our one is a different. Okay. You check based on also the kalau dia punya SRD. Okay, this is the category description yang kita punya. Tadi that one is general, they write. Dia ada Bluetooth, ada apa, sometimes they miss out something. Sometimes they put something there which we know the description have. If they didn't put the proper one here for the fee, then we know already. Kita boleh tell them, sorry, you forgot about the GPS. GPS actually need to do payment. Then we put the GPS inside. Okay, this one is where we base on what the test we're gonna do, and it's a spell out correctly one lah. Macam ni kalau dia directly or indirectly pun kena EMC, so we must click the EMC. Okay, so what are the popular, not popular one, which are the standard one which you need? EMC lah, safety. Safety ITE is separate. Because kalau dia directly punya, then kena lah. If not directly punya only safety, then means the cable itu semua. Okay, okay. I say R, and RF banyak tak kan? So kalau 3G semua, 3G, 4G, LTE, 5G is separate. Kalau Wi-Fi punya separate. Okay? Lagi interoperability itu semua lah. Kalau ada punya kita klik, nanti we will go through. So other than that, we will be having this one. We look in the requirement, and it's the same thing. Okay, we look at this. Kalau dia punya is, tadi kita ada guideline kan? So this guideline will help you to put in here. Okay, if it is mobile phone, then we straight away give one price saja. Kita tak ada separate. Okay, so kita macam ni BGN dia kita ada satu. Kalau between 5 GHz, straight away one price. Faham? Ini faham? Come to it lah. We will teach you one by one. Okay. Then here, under here, because after the price we have select different bandwidth type, automatically will do the calculation here. Di back end akan calculate ini technical declaration dengan tu RM50, whatever declaration dia buat dengan dia punya RM50 itu semua dia akan campur sekali. Okay? Dia punya fee. So all this will be automated. Kalau dia select 1 tahun, 2 tahun, 3 tahun dia punya price different. That is renewal. Most of the people will not straight away nak bayar use the renewal punya years. Alright, they will just select 1 year. Asal select 1 year, because nanti tak dapat. Okay? So automated is like 50 campur 100 is 150. Alright? Okay, anything else? Like renewal lah. Service warranty. Sometimes the product is only 4 tahun because dia punya 2018, example 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13. But they submit now, they renew extra 1 more year punya. Why? Because of the warranty. Sometimes sudah nak lupus lah. Tarik the expiry already, even though it's about to expire from the test report date already. Sudah expire, but we still allow some renewal because of service warranty. Okay, the product sometimes is not in the market anymore. Because by the time they renew kan, 1 tahun campur 4 tahun, dari 5 tahun. So it's not considered already, right? But they apply under service warranty because they still need to service. Yang penghujung punya produk tu lah. So we allow them. Okay? Sometimes they say they will give us the test report. They must give us a test report information. Okay? This one they have to self-declaration forms. Okay? This one is most of the time we only do test report. There's other CAB, they put lab registration, brand declaration, all those. Currently, we don't have these forms. Okay, so we just go for test report saja. And for physical evidence, what we need to put in is the documents like a corporate registration proof, the SSN, distributor appointment letter. You check dengan checklist tu lah. Ada kan? Ada sampel tu. ID of the sender, dia akan kasih dia punya IC. Bos kalau tak ada, kita check datang punya orang lain, kita kena report. Okay? Or if not, then you say, this one is different fella lah. Especially come and collect that time. That is the important thing. The time you submit is this fella. Now you submit, take back is different fella. Sorry, cannot. Because nanti dia ambil, dia cabut. Especially kalau dia dispatch boy lah, dia hantar is from Grab atau mana punya lah. Then phone kena curi, bukan kita punya, kan kita responsible, you know. Okay. Then you also make sure that the what certification agreement have been stamped and signed. This is for the first time. Kalau dia first time datang. So you kena tanya dulu when you apply the time, so to submit that document. Actually not ask them before you service leveler, you have to check already dia ada file tu tak. Dia sudah send first time. Okay? Faham? Faham? Then in terms of the product documentation, actually semua ni kena select. Because these are all the requirements that we give to them already. But if they say they have product brochure yang sudah ada photo front and back, cantik-cantiknya, then we tak payahlah. We just select this one lah. Then this tiga, ini dua tak payah. Dan the side ni kita panggil dia hantarlah side. Okay? Because kita takut nanti dia punya side punya different. Especially berapa jack. Kan? Right? Then this user manual mesti ada, listing product specs mesti ada. Kalau user manual ada spell out all this, I think then okay. Check dalam user manual ada tak? Okay? Mesti ada ini customer service, then technical declaration. If no accompanying test report. Ini yang under special approval tu semua lah. Check dengan NJK. Right? Then for this one, product sample, production unit, it must be is correct model, have clear marking, operational, mesti can operate punya. Bukan dia nanti dia kata, oh ni factory unit. Factory unit sometimes tak ada Bluetooth. Tapi dalam specs ada Bluetooth. No, factory unit is like they just produce sample set untuk cuba saja. Dia nak save cost lah. So Malaysia punya side, dia ambil yang factory unit yang memang tak penuh functionnya kasih you lah. Okay, but actually cannot, it must be commercial unit. It must be complete with charger and accessories as listed. Nanti dia dalam kotak tulis ada ini, you check kotak tu mesti ada lah. Jangan tak ada. Okay, then marking, this I think sudah pandai. Okay, I want to go through with you. Especially I want to go through is more of the technical checklist. So you base this on the requirements, on the scope, the method, test method kan? Okay, or based on the technical code. For this SRD, apa dia punya technical code? What is inside the schedule? What is requirement there? Faham ah? Faham ah? Okay. So PSTN normally is not required. It is not a product PSTN product lah. Okay. Now this jarang ada PSTN really product, but still have it there because it's one of the right to differentiate lah. Because takut nanti dia tak declare the PSTN part pula. Especially yang effects punya machine tu effects. Okay. Electrical safety berarti ya. Okay, so these are all inside there. For us is to check lah macam tu. Kita, for example, here the information here betul tak? Dia akan fill up here lah. You check for this kind of things lah. Description for electrical punya lah, which you can put in. Okay, this is the EMC one. How the EMC looks like? Go through with it. Go through together. I think we'll go through together kan. Look at the telephony. Okay. All this you boleh check dengan Encik kami also. Right, how to put in. We also see how they put in for the RF report. Then if the RF report, dia actually kalau dia Wi-Fi 6 atau Wi-Fi 5 tu dia satu saja report. Tapi kalau mobile phone,